Chevy, the newest Tinder is out. Tinder Diamond. Well, it's actually pretty affordable for Tinder. It's only $233 a month. But let's see what features are included. Alright, well, it looks like there's only really one extra feature here. So it's called Tinder Kidnap. Once you're scrolling through profiles, you'll see a button saying Tinder Kidnap. Simply press Tinder Kidnap for Tinder to kidnap your match and deliver them to your door. What? Hello everybody and welcome to Dude Hack. Today we're going to be talking about Tinder Platinum. Tinder Platinum is Tinder's latest paid subscription model to be released. As you saw from my intro there, look, that was a joke. Maybe that's coming in the future, but right now we've just got Tinder Platinum. Tinder Platinum was released at the back end of 2020 and it's brought along 3 new features. Now today we're going to get into exactly what those features are, how Tinder Platinum works, some of the costs associated and everything like that. Now, in terms of how successful Tinder Platinum is, right now, as I'm filming this video, I'm in the midst of doing a full 1 week of trialing Tinder Platinum, basically to see what all the fuss is about, see if it even works, see if I do get some more matches compared to usual on my Tinder Gold subscription. But before I go into that, oh, and by the way, by the time you watch this video, it's probably going to be released. So, click one of these cards that pops up. But look, for now, what I wanted to do is just go over exactly how Tinder Platinum works, what it is, what the features are that are included in it, the costs and things like that. So you can basically get a whole lot of information about Tinder Platinum before watching that video to see if it even works. One other thing is I am starting a 30-day challenge on this channel. That means a fresh video every single day. So guys, if you do like content like this and you want some tips and advice around all things online dating, keep your eyes peeled on this channel and maybe even please consider subscribing. But that's not why you're here. You're here to find out about Tinder Platinum. So guys, let's get into it. Now, the reason Tinder Platinum was released, guys, I don't think it was for the features and bringing these extra highly demanded features to the market. I think it's just a way for Tinder to make some extra money. You might have heard by now, Tinder Platinum is damn expensive. Now we'll get to those costs soon, but first let's run through all those features that you do get with Tinder Platinum. Number 1, you get something called prioritized likes. Number 2, you can send a message prior to matching. And number 3, you can see your likes sent. Prioritized likes. First and foremost, prioritized likes is essentially boosting your ELO score, putting you up near the top of the swiping deck. Now, whether or not this is really something that makes a difference or not, we'll really only see when I release my video on using it for a week. I don't want to give away what's been happening just yet, but essentially what the goal is, or at least what they say happens with Tinder Platinum, is when you have prioritized likes, every time you send a like, your basic match or your potential match, the person you've swiped on, are more likely to see that quicker as opposed to somebody who just has Tinder Gold, Tinder Plus, or the free version. Now, it is interesting to me to know whether or not sending likes first is imperative. For example, if you were to just get Tinder Platinum and do nothing, and not like anybody, will you get more matches? That's kind of more what I'm doing in my week trial. So it will be interesting to see the final results on that. But by the name, the fact that it's called prioritized likes, it tells me that maybe the way that this works is that you do need to send your like first. But look, at the end of the day, I do believe that Tinder does want its users spending more money. So whether or not this is going to be something everlasting or just a little bit of a hump when you first start out, I do believe Tinder Platinum will get you more likes in the early days. But remember, to see the exact change, the exact difference, guys, click onto that video to see what my results were after 7 days. Feature number 2 is being able to send a message without even matching in the first place. Now, the way that this works, you might have already seen this. If you do have Tinder Gold, it will prompt you to basically send a little message along with your super like. Now, this is just to sort of tease you or promote you into, maybe going and upgrading to Tinder Platinum, because you can only send a message prior to matching with somebody only on Tinder Platinum. Now, to do this, like I said, you do need to click super like. So your message will go along with a super like. That means you spending one of your super likes if you only have 5 for that day, for example. Now, as I'm sure a lot of you know, Tinder, especially for us guys, is riddled with competition. There is a lot of other guys on Tinder as well, so to stand out from the pack is definitely something that we all want to try and aim to do. Now, whether you should do this or not, that's a whole nother question. Because look, of course, if you're sending a message prior to liking, especially it might even be her first time, she mightn't have ever come across a Tinder Platinum user. So of course that is going to capture her attention. But on the same token, keep in mind, if you were swiping through Tinder, all of a sudden you got a message from some random person that you've never even liked before, number one, it could be a little bit of an invasion of your privacy and you might feel a little bit sort of weird about it. But number two as well, you'll instantly realize that that person that you're speaking to has spent a lot of money on Tinder Platinum. Now, whether or not you want your matches to know this, that's really up to you. For myself, I do think sort of advertising that you're that guy who's spending quite a lot of money on Tinder each and every single month, I do believe it's going to hurt your chances. But with that being said, you might actually come across a profile that is just so your type. You do send your super like along with the message because you've got Tinder Platinum, and lo and behold, they actually like you back. Now, this is, what it's designed for, obviously. But the key with this one is, in that scenario, that person might not have ever seen your profile, might not have given you the time of day, or just, in a sort of flurry, like a lot of people do when they swipe, just swipe left. But if you have taken that time to send that message, maybe it's arguable that they are more likely to actually see your profile and swipe right. So guys, those are sort of two sides of the stone there. On one, yes, your match will know that you've got Tinder Platinum, that you're spending a lot of money on Tinder. On the other side, it's a way to really put your head above the rest of the pack. Whether or not you try it, guys, that one's going to be up to you. I'd love it if you have tried it thus far and you have got a positive response or a negative response. Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear, especially for quite a new feature, how it's been working for you guys. And the third and final feature that does come along with Tinder Platinum is something called likes sent. Again, you probably have seen the little tab in Tinder Gold showing you some of the likes that you have sent in the last, I believe it's 48 hours for your Tinder Gold. Now for Tinder Platinum, it's going to show you essentially all of the profiles that you've swiped on. So many, many more. Now, I guess the reason for this, again, rather than just making money, I guess the reason for this from Tinder's perspective is, let's say you have your 5 super likes for the day. Let's say in a flurry, you've gone and you've spent them on, within the next 20 minutes, you've spent them relatively quickly. But the next day, your super likes regenerate. You've got a whole nother 5. You can go into this likes sent tab. You can scroll through the likes that you might have not sent a super like to. There might be a profile in there that you're really into. And if you did have a super like at the time you came across them, you would have sent that, but you would run out. So now you can go ahead and send a super like. You can change your like to a super like. That's really the only reason you would want to use this. Other than that, it's really just a tease. It's really a little bit cruel, almost in my opinion, to go ahead and look at this tab and see all the people that you've swiped on that haven't swiped back on you yet. And then to go back and see, that list has unfortunately diminished, gotten a bit smaller. That's just showing you the people that haven't liked you. So the purpose of this, I don't really know. I think the sort of pro of being able to send those super likes, I don't think that quite outweighs the negative of just basically a constant reminder of the profiles that haven't swiped on you. That's just my 2 cents. Guys, whether or not you want to use it, that's up to you. Now, those are the main differences compared to Tinder Gold and Tinder Plus. Of course, you do get all the same features that do come with Tinder Gold. So for example, passport, being able to change, whether you hide your age, your distance, things like that, that is all included. Your 5 free super likes, 1 free boost a month, all included in Tinder Platinum as well. Now, the big question here is, with those 3 features, to some of you might sound good, some of you not so much. The big question is, how much does this cost? Now, this is a question that's a little bit tricky to answer because it does depend on a few factors. Number 1, your location, and number 2, just even the time that you see this video and you decide to go and look at Tinder Platinum. Remember, it's a new membership, so that means that they're still in that testing phase. So for them to go and dramatically change what Tinder Platinum is and change the cost, things like that, that's pretty normal. Almost expect that. I would say the costs that I go through today are almost very, very likely going to be different to Tinder in your area and when it is actually available. Now remember, I started Tinder Platinum just the other day, about 4 days ago now, to try this 7 days to report back my findings to all of you. Now when I did it, keep in mind I'm in Australia, the Gold Coast in Australia, and when I did it, it cost me $65. 65 Australian dollars for 1 month. So guys, that's roughly $50 US a month. Guys, that's a lot of money. But with that being said, I have heard some different reports around. For example, on my website, dudehack.com, I asked my friend in Spain when it was first released, when Tinder Platinum first came out, because it wasn't available in Australia at that point. And basically I went ahead and I converted the currency into US. Now at that time, this is what the prices were looking at roughly. For 1 month of Tinder Platinum, you're looking at roughly about $33 US per month. If you were to opt for a 6-month subscription, that means paying for 6 months up front. That will equate to roughly about $22 US per month. In total, just over $130 per month. Now, if you're an absolute psychopath and money isn't really an issue for you, you might opt for the 12 months. Now, for the 12 months, that does bring the monthly cost down quite considerably to around about $15 per month. Now, when you do add that up, you're looking at roughly about $180 for the full 12 months. My maths is probably off there just slightly. I am rounding up these figures that I have put up on the website. Guys, if you do want a bit more info on Tinder Platinum or any dating apps, head over to dudehack.com where I am looking at this article right now. So the big question here is $65, or in your case, most of you US watchers, is $50 a month worth it for some of these little extras? Well, without knowing a real life example, i.e. me using this bloody thing for 1 week, which will be out soon, without having the full results from that, the answer is right now, I don't know. But if I had to just go off those features and what I know of Tinder thus far and that price, do I think it's worth it? Not really. I mean, when you really look at the features that make Tinder's memberships good, we've got Boost. We've got the Likes You feature, being able to see who already likes you. And maybe you could say super likes, the free super likes per day are good features to use on a daily basis. Really, the only thing that stands out to me from this is your prioritized likes, and that's really only if they work. We'll only know after those 7 days. Sending a like or sending a message prior to matching, I should say, guys, that's not my style. I don't like it. I probably wouldn't do it. I don't want that match turning around going, how the hell were you able to message me when I've been on Tinder for 2 years and it's never happened so far? As well, seeing the likes that you've sent, I really don't know why I would spend an extra $20 per month for something like that. So really, guys, the question will be answered once I've finished this video. Right now, I'm not too sure. I'm not really sold just yet, but a few more days left to go. So guys, check out that video. I'll link it somewhere above and in the description below so you can see what it was like at the end of my 7-day journey. Now, one thing I do want to address, and obviously the start of the video was a joke. There's never going to be a feature called Tinder Kidnap, I hope. But with that being said, I do think if you look at the last few years and the way that Tinder has brought out features, my big question is, where do we go from here? What's next? If we've brought out these 3 subscription tiers, these 3 levels, are we going to keep going up? Are we going to keep bringing out more and more expensive membership levels? Basically throwing in features that might not be all that amazing just to have a little bit of a money grab from Tinder's perspective. In my opinion, right now, without having finished my 1 week using it, that kind of is where I'm sitting. Thinking that Tinder wanted to make some more money. They're making a hell of a lot of it at the moment, but they wanted more, those greedy bastards. So they saw the success of Tinder Gold, realized that, you know what, if we put another level on top of this, more people will sign up to this. So what's next, guys? Are we going to just keep bringing out more and more expensive Tinder membership levels until one day we're paying $1,000 a month for crap? You know, obviously we're never going to get to that point, but will Tinder soon be replicating an app like, you know, a dating site like eHarmony, where memberships are in the realm of about $200 a month? Obviously a little bit lesser if you do opt for a longer membership. But guys, that's not what Tinder was about. At least that's my perspective. Maybe that's a sign that we do need to go and give another app a try. Maybe something like Bumble will be better. Maybe Hinge, which I believe is taking over the world slowly. Maybe if you are in that sort of category of someone wanting to find something serious and you're thinking, well, spending that money to find a long-term relationship, I guess that's worth it. Guys, you would be way better off going on a site like eHarmony, spending your money over there, which is proven. So, guys, that's really my opinion on Tinder Platinum, but it's way too early to tell. Give it a little bit more time. I'll keep reporting back on it on this channel. Keep your eyes peeled over the next coming days on that video on exactly how Tinder Platinum does perform for myself over the span of 7 days. I haven't changed or done anything different to my profile, so it'll be very interesting to see. If this video has helped you whatsoever, or you've even enjoyed it in the slightest, please consider subscribing, pressing that little thumbs up, pressing the notification bell, all that jazz. Look, it does tell the YouTube algorithm that I'm doing something right. It does help out a lot, so I would really appreciate it if you did. Now, until next time, guys, which is tomorrow, remember the next 30 days, I am bringing you videos. Until next time, guys, I will see you later. Be well. Cheers.